Chyna, the ninth wonder of the world. Should she be inducted in the 2019 WWE Hall of Fame? My name is Michael Valenti. This is Ralph Valenti, and tonight we'll discuss it on the Squared Circle Psychobabble. Make sure you comment, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications as we're trying to get to 1,000 YouTube subscribers before the Royal Rumble. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast provider, subscribe, review, and share on your favorite social media, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever it is. So we'll start this off. So Chyna would have turned 49 years old last week had she not passed away, sadly. And now that we're getting into 2019, there's the start of the talk of the WWE Hall of Fame. Chyna, whose Twitter is still run by somebody, actually liked our tweet that we wished Chyna a happy birthday and said that she should be in the Hall of Fame. So Chyna's social media team went on the Twitter and said this is the time where people need to start vocalizing about whether or not Chyna should be in the WWE Hall of Fame.
I think it was actually her mother who tweeted that out.
It was her mother? Okay.
Yeah, I believe so.
It was
they said do the right thing, and then they went on to say, obviously, put her in the Hall of Fame.
Right. So, I mean, it's without question. Chyna needs to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. I understand somewhat why she's not. Obviously, her life after wrestling, the, I guess, backlash and disagreements with Stephanie McMahon and Hunter, and the fact that she was dating Hunter and Hunter left her for Stephanie, and we know how that turned out. So there is that kind of, maybe Hunter and Stephanie don't want to put her in and just use the porn as an excuse. But you might have to say, without Chyna, we might not be talking about Becky Lynch or Charlotte Flair or Ronda Rousey or any of them, because Chyna was doing stuff not just with women. She was doing stuff with men in her time in WWE. She won the Intercontinental Championship, the first and only woman to do such
twice,
thing.
I think.
Was it twice? I thought it was once.
I believe she won the Intercontinental Championship two
it was twice. It was twice because she won it from Jeff Jarrett and then she won it from Chris Jericho.
Yeah,
that's right. So two-time Intercontinental Champion, the ninth wonder of the world, the first and only one, or not the only woman, but the first woman to be in a Royal Rumble match. How do you not put her in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, and not only that, based on some of her accomplishments, just looking at what she's done throughout WWE. So she was obviously a vital character in D-Generation X. So without Chyna, you would still have DX, but she played such a key role in that. Even with Eddie Guerrero, being what he called her, Mamacita. So that was towards the end of her career, but still, it was always something different. She always portrayed herself as a good character. And she was always able to compete not only with the women, but also with the guys too. Going back to when I was a kid, just remembering DX and, women's wrestling overall, Chyna was always somebody that you kind of looked at as like, okay, she's the best. She's the biggest, she's the baddest. Nobody could touch her. So I think that she should be recognized for all the things that she did accomplish in the WWE. Certainly, there's going to be speculation of all the reasons why she's not in the Hall of Fame, at least not yet. And, we don't know if any of that's actually true or any of the reasons why she's not in. But she definitely deserves to be in.
Now, it's funny because the reason that at least we hear from WWE and Triple H is he doesn't want his daughters to search for Chyna and see the sex video.
And where did that actually come? Did he actually say that?
He said that.
He did
say it in an interview years ago.
As opposed to searching however many other people who have done worse things throughout their lives.
I believe if you search for Sunny Days, I believe there's a video out there called Sunny Days with a certain Hall of Famer in WWE who just got out of jail recently and has been probably the most promiscuous wrestler or valet in wrestling besides Miss Hyatt.
Well, I'll say this, people are going to make mistakes. You know, I don't think people are necessarily defined by any of the negative things they do throughout their life. It's not really up to us to decide, you know, how people are viewed. She did everything she needed to do to enter the WWE Hall of Fame. She should be recognized for that. There's many of other Hall of Famers that are in the Hall of Fame right now that have made just as many, if you want to call them mistakes, or lived a promiscuous life. Look at Ric Flair. I mean, the Nature Boy, his whole gimmick was based on him. Space Mountain is essentially another nickname for his genitalia.
Yeah.
You know, he used to boast about how many women he was sleeping with.
And he's in there twice. He's a two-time Hall of Famer. So
all that aside, and if you were to search Chyna, I'm sure certain things would come up on Google. But again, that shouldn't define who she is as a person or any of the accomplishments she's had in the WWE. Right. But I think eventually they'll get past any of that stuff, and she will be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I think this could be the year, too.
Chyna is a Intercontinental Champion, a women's champion, has won at WrestleMania, has been in the Royal Rumble. Outside of the stuff that she did in that one video, why wouldn't you put her in? Could it be that she was really dominating at a time in women's wrestling where women's wrestling wasn't that good?
Well, even if that's the case, she still was one of the better ones to do it. I mean, she still played a prominent role, whether it was the men or women. She was competing with both, and she had a lasting effect on the industry overall. There's many women wrestlers right now who will say, if you were to ask them, I'm sure, who influenced you, many of them would say Chyna played some type of key influence in them becoming wrestlers, female wrestlers. So, you know, there's that. So I think that regardless of the level of competition, even if it's better now in comparison to what it was then, she still played a very vital role in it. So I think she belongs in there.
So we'll fast forward April 6th, 2019. Are we seeing Chyna in the Hall of Fame induction ceremony?
I say because of the current situation that WWE's in now, and the fact that they're pushing women's wrestling as much as they are, that on top of the fact that Chyna deserves and always has deserved to be in the Hall of Fame, I say yes, she does get in.
Who do you think inducts Chyna if she's there in the induction ceremony?
If anybody was going to induct her, I imagine it would probably be somebody from DX. Who that is, I don't know, because I know there's been certain issues among some of the members of DX at certain points throughout their careers, but you know, hopefully it's water under the bridge for any of those people, and they do see it as an honor to induct her.
What about Jericho?
Could be
Jericho. Do they have Sean Waltman do it?
Again, that'd be an interesting one. I think that they were probably on good terms towards the end of...
Yes, I believe they were. So, they were always on good terms, I think. It was just that their relationship was toxic.
Yeah, I think he certainly would probably be the one that I would think would do it. But again, I don't know. It's going to be up to WWE to decide, I guess, who gets the final say and who inducts her.
I think... Well, I believe it would probably be Chyna's mother that would speak on behalf of Chyna. The one that inducts her. It will probably be, I would say it's either going to be Sean Waltman, Chris Jericho, and despite everything that happened, Stephanie McMahon. Mm-hmm. Because Stephanie McMahon understands the importance of Chyna in the women's wrestling evolution. And because Stephanie McMahon is kind of the spokesperson for the evolution,
right.
She might be the one that does it. Would it be the best choice? Maybe not. But that's not for us to decide.
Exactly.
So what do you guys think? Should Chyna be in the Hall of Fame? Yes or no? Comment below. Like this video if you agree with us. Subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications as we're trying to get to 1,000 YouTube subscribers before the Royal Rumble. Share this video all over Twitter, all over Facebook, all over Instagram. Make sure you tag Chyna in there. I believe her tag is at Chyna Joan Lawler. We'll link that in our description too, so you can tag it appropriately. And let people know that Chyna should be in the 2019 WWE Hall of Fame. If you are listening on your favorite podcast provider, make sure you subscribe, review, and share so that more people listen to the Squared Circle Psychobabble. For Ralph Valenti, my name is Michael Valenti. Thank you for listening to the Squared Circle Psychobabble.